Hey guys, what's up? Thanks for coming and checking out the video. It's been a minute since I've done a video in this format, but everyone really seemed to like the last one I did, so I decided I'm going to do another one about something that I think is really important, which is the differences between selling on eBay and Amazon. They're the two biggest markets for e-commerce, and I know a lot of people are deciding which one they want to focus on, which one they want to do. And so I wanted to make this video to kind of explain my personal experiences with each of them and which works better for what things. And just wanted to also say thank you so much for everyone that checked out the first eBay video I did. I didn't realize how big that was going to get. At first it had a few hundred views, but the fact that it's gotten to where it did now is just ridiculous. I never expected anything like that. So thank you to everyone who watched that. I hope I'm either entertaining or you're learning from me at least a little bit. So thank you so much if you enjoyed that one. So here's going to be the differences between eBay and Amazon. So one of the first questions you're going to want to ask yourself is, are you doing more retail style products or more collectible style products? Collectibles would be like a lot of Lionel trains or Legos or really anything like that where the item is going to be fairly unique to what you have. And then retail stuff is going to be something like Mario 3D Land for the Wii U or whatever. And that would be like a good product for Amazon. On eBay, you can literally list whatever you want and your product will get seen as long as you put good keywords. Whereas Amazon, the listings are already there. You're just adding your product on there and you just have to be competitive with the pricing and whatnot. So yeah, if you're going to focus on video games and stuff, Amazon is actually a really great option. If you're going to be focusing on more unique products, then eBay is a great option too because there's still lots of people buying on there. The margins are something you want to keep in mind. If you're buying stuff for next to nothing, whether you're buying it bulk from China and then reselling it at a higher value like phone cases or chargers or whatever, those kind of things, Amazon's really great, but the fees are kind of high. The fees average around 18%, whereas eBay's are about under 10% depending on what category you list in. So obviously if you have high margins, then that's not really a huge issue on Amazon since there is a bit higher traffic rate. But if your margins are really small, you're selling something for $200 that you bought for $100 or $150, those fees are really going to destroy your own margins, so you'd want to take those kind of things to eBay. And those will usually do better over there anyways, depending what it is. So the fees are a really big factor there. And then you also want to look at cash flow. If you're running a business where you need a really fast cash flow, Amazon's not going to be the best option because you only get paid out every 2 weeks, and that's if everything goes smoothly. I've had it take up to 90 days, even a little bit more for Amazon to pay me out for certain things, because they'll put a hold on the transaction or whatever the case may be. The minimum time is going to be 2 weeks, whereas eBay, it's generally instant because you're doing it through PayPal and it'll go right to your PayPal account. Sometimes they will put holds on items over like $100 until it shows up, but still that's always less than 2 weeks, and usually it's going to be much faster with eBay. So if you're like me, you're doing a lot of high dollar items where you're not necessarily doubling your money on everything. You hopefully are on a lot of things, but sometimes you buy something for $200, you sell it for $300, that's still a good profit. If you're sitting on that waiting for your cash to come in, that's going to really hurt your capital. So if you're doing that kind of thing, eBay's the best. Get that instant payment, you're good to go. So now I'm just going to break down some of the pros and cons between Amazon and eBay. For Amazon, some of the pros include you're going to be able to sell things for a little bit more. If something's going for the $15 to $20 range on eBay, generally you'll be able to push into the $20 to $25 range on Amazon. It's really easy to list on Amazon. You can literally knock out like 100 games in about an hour. And I've done it before. You pretty much just type in the item title, match the lowest price, and input your condition, you're good to go. There's more traffic on Amazon, so things are going to sell quicker, especially if you're in the top 100,000, top 10,000 in that category. Things are going to sell really quick. If you're competitive with your pricing, hopefully within a couple days of you listing the item. And then another really huge factor is that with Amazon standard subscription, you can actually list unlimited items. So for the $40 a month, you can list 10,000 different games or whatever the item you sell is, and there's no fee per item. It's just depends how much it sells for and all that good stuff. And eBay's the complete opposite, where there's an insertion fee after your number of free listings you get per month. So that's a really big plus. There's also obviously a lot of cons to Amazon. I've really dealt with a lot of these firsthand. The return rate on Amazon is very high. People are very picky. People a lot of times will just return items because they want to, not because there was anything wrong with it. And you will have to accept that return and take the loss. And if you have enough returns, Amazon will even put holds in your account, hold your money for longer, or even bar you from selling, which is a lot easier to get into than you think. It's actually happened to me in the past, and it's really hard to rectify the situation. So you really want to be careful about that not happening, but a lot of times there's not a lot you can do, so it's very risky, unfortunately. And as I was just saying, you get paid out less. Every 2 weeks you get paid out with Amazon on a good day, and then even more if they put any kind of hold on your account or there's any kind of return or refund request. It takes even longer, which is being much, much riskier. The final big con for Amazon that I want to throw in there is the third-party shipping. The shipping client for Amazon kind of sucks. You can't do any kind of bulk shipping with it. It's okay if you're just doing one item at a time, but if you're selling 20 items a day or whatever, or even just shipping 20 or 30 items at a time, it's going to be terrible trying to do it through Amazon because you can only do one at a time. So you're going to have to import everything into a third-party shipping client, such as like stamps.com or something like that. I've used Stamps before. I don't really recommend it. I had some issues with it. It wasn't horrid, but not my favorite. I wouldn't use it. I'd find something else that's a little bit better. So that's that. And then there's obviously some pros for eBay and cons as well. So for eBay, the pros are you can list anything. You can list it in lots, all that good stuff. You can be more detailed about your listing, as I was just saying. And there's even going to be less returns. So there is definitely returns. There's not a lot you can do about that with eBay, but there's a lot less of it. A big pro is the in-house shipping. The shipping client that eBay provides is great. You get some good discounts for USPS as well as FedEx. And then if you go through PayPal, you can use UPS as well. I'm a really big fan of how eBay does that. And I don't have to use a third party for eBay. And then something that not a lot of people talk about, which is super weird, is auctions. Like, you can do auctions on eBay, and obviously you can't on Amazon, and I use that to move dead inventory. If something's been sitting for a month, a lot of times I'll put it on an auction with a really low starting bid to get some hype and all that good stuff, and that can really drive to some extra sales and leave me not sitting on a bunch of inventory that I don't need. Obviously, just as many cons as with Amazon. You're not going to sell stuff for as much. You're going to have lower prices to be competitive in that market. The sales are slower. There's not as much traffic on eBay as there is on Amazon anymore. There's more bartering. If you really want to have fast sales on eBay, you need to have best offer on all your fixed price listings. And people pretty much won't buy just regular fixed price if you have best offer. So they're going to go in and they're going to try to negotiate with you. And usually you only have to knock a buck or two off and you'll be fine. But still, that means that you're only going to get less than you're asking. You can always turn best offer off, but I found that the sell-through rate goes down significantly when you do that. So I noticed I do better with best offer. It helps move inventory a lot faster. There's limited items per month with a standard store subscription. You can only do 500 per month, and then 500 free, and then another 500 you pay an insertion fee on. Whereas Amazon, you can do unlimited. And obviously eBay has different plans with bigger stores that allow you more items. And with like an anchor store, you're really never going to hit that maximum unless you're really doing some large volume that I couldn't even fathom doing in my current situation right now. And then the last con, some people see as a pro, I see as a con, is PayPal. You do have to go through PayPal with eBay, which is another 2.9% fee. Plus, that means you're going to be paying 30 cents per transaction, just your standard PayPal. So there's some extra fees associated there. PayPal puts your money on hold here and there. It can be quite annoying. It has its ups and downs, but yeah. So that's just a quick summary. Honestly, you really want to learn from experience. The best way to learn is to try both yourself, see what works for you, and then you'll know which one you want to focus on. Pretty much anyone's going to find the best hybrid being doing a little bit of both, maybe focusing on eBay or focusing on Amazon, but still supplementing your cash with the other one, because you always want to have multiple streams of income if you really want to be successful and make a lot of money. So that's pretty much it as far as the differences between eBay and Amazon. Before I get out of here, I did really quickly want to touch on something, which was the one-on-one sessions. A lot of people have been asking me to do one-on-one sessions via email. Probably like 20 or 30 people have hit me up just in the last week asking for me to like sit down and get on the phone with them and figure out how to really either kickstart their business, how to take their business to the next level, like their sell-through rate's low. They want to have faster sales, they're not happy with the product they're doing, whatever the case may be. There's a lot we can do to kind of bring your business to the next level. Unfortunately, I don't have time to do everyone, since time is not an unlimited resource. The first few people that hit me up to do it, we actually were able to do some one-on-one sessions, and I was able to help a couple people start their business. I had somebody, we straight up changed their business strategy. So we've done a little bit of everything. Most people have been asking, like how much does it cost to do all that stuff. I don't really directly want to charge anyone since I do it for fun. I don't do this eBay to make, or I don't do this YouTube to make money. I definitely do eBay to make money, but YouTube I'm just doing for fun to talk to people. So the best way I figured out to really to do the one-on-ones is if you want to buy some merch from my clothing brand I run, which is a Hindrance Supply Company. I'm wearing it now. I usually wear it in the videos, but if you buy some merch from there, then send me an email and we will set up a one-on-one session. The more merch you buy, obviously, the more time we can throw your way. And that's pretty much how we're going to do it. I'm going to try to do its own video on just this topic since a lot of people have been asking. But don't feel obligated. It's just something if you want to do it, no worries. If not, the videos are always going to be free and you can always send me an email. I'm never going to charge for that. And I'm hoping you don't have to charge really much of anything for the one-on-one sessions. I'm hoping to just do it as much as I possibly can just with the merch sales. So that's going to be it for this video. Thank you so much for checking it out. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope it helped. Let me know in the comments if you have questions. Shoot me an email. Let me know how your guys' business is doing. And best of luck with everything. I hope everyone does really well for the rest of the summer. Thanks so much.